Okay, I decided to analyze pumped up kicks because of what I think it means. Okay. First line says, Robert's got a quick hand. And if you read further, you realize he's talking about practicing shooting on the draw. And it's maybe someone that's a reference to someone who watches a lot of TV, maybe a lot of westerns, you know. He sees a lot of cowboys like going boo boo. So this kid's had a lot of, you know, just practice watching these cowboys, you know, on TV. His favorite movies are probably westerns. He'll look around the room, he won't tell you his plan. And so what he's implying is, okay, this kid's got a gun. He's in a room, won't tell you his plan. So there's at least one person there, maybe more. And this plan is probably a sinister plan, probably involved with shooting up the room. It says here he's got a rolled cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's a cowboy kid. Yeah, he found a 6-shooter gun. So, again, there's a reference to cowboy, quick draw. So it looks like this kid fantasizes in being some kind of cowboy. He watches a lot of gunslinger movies, and he's found a 6-shooter gun. Where did he find it? He found it in his dad's closet in a box of fun things, and I don't even know what. So right there, basically, his dad seems a little bit negligent. Maybe he's just told his son, you know, hey, don't go in my room. If you do, you know what? You know, he doesn't bother locking up his gun. This shows a sign of negligence. This is the first sign of real negligence by the father. And maybe maybe him watching a lot of cowboy shows and stuff like that shows another sign of negligence because, you know, the father's not doing things with them. He's out doing his own thing. And he says, and then he says a box of fun things I don't even know what. So I'm thinking this is maybe his dad's porno stash, maybe freaking other sexual toys of some nature, which he doesn't even know what. And the box is also a gun. And then it says finally, but he's coming for you. Yeah, he's coming for you. It's reinforces the statement of he's looking around the room and he won't tell you his plan. So yeah, he's coming to shoot up people. And just to make it more solidified, he goes, all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. Now, did you notice something here? It's hill. For some reason in the beginning, he uses third person. But when the chorus, he's saying my gun. And also, look at here, this is the key here. It says with the pumped up kicks. Well, in the year 2010-9, whenever he wrote this song, pumped up kicks aren't really like the huge fashion thing. This is back in the mid-90s, you know, during, I forgot which basketball player was trying to pimp him out and stuff. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. He's referring to himself, and this is more of a fantasy that he had when he was like in junior high. And he's not the most popular kid. Pumped up kicks is more of an era reference. You better outrun my gun. And so my opinion is he's referencing himself during junior high, and he's saying his dad was neglectful. And just he got jealous of the other kids because they had things like pumped up kicks. He didn't have that, and sometimes he just fantasized about just like freaking blowing them away. For whatever reason, I'm not too sure. It doesn't really go into the song why he wants to kill these kids. Maybe class envy, I'm not too sure. And then he says, all the other kids with pumped up kicks, you better run faster than my bullet. So again, now he's just he's fantasizing playing with these kids, you know, run, I'm gonna kill you. And then he goes into the second part. It says, Daddy works a long day. He be coming home late. Yeah, he's coming home late. Okay, here's something here. Is that for me, it's, and he's bringing me a surprise. And what's the other line? Wait, 'cause dinner's in the kitchen. And it's packed in ice. And it says, I waited for a long time. Yeah, a slide of my hands and a quick pull trigger, a reason. Okay, so right there. It seems like what he's saying is, I've waited for a long time to do this, to shoot my dad. Basically, I think he got fed up with his dad. He's, again, gone for a long time. He's being neglectful. He's late. His surprise is like, here's a freaking, I don't know what the freak is packed in ice. That's a little bit weird. It almost makes me think maybe Daddy's also freaking a killer of some sort. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's like some kind of frozen ham or something in ice. I'm not too sure what the freak gets put in ice. Okay, but eventually, for some reason, this sets the kid off, and in my opinion, this is where he kills his dad. He says, yeah, my slide in my hand is now pulled. Remember, he just found the 6-shooter. And now he says, I reason with my cigarette and say your hair is on fire. You must have lost your witch. Yeah, so basically what he's saying is it's a realistic experience because the dad's dead. And the kid's just basically lost it. And now he's talking to the cigarette. And just saying, hey, pretending it's a real life person. Saying, hey, the end of the butt is on fire. So he's saying, hey, your hair's on fire. You must have lost your witch. Yeah, so it seems like a person that's unstable has lost their mind. And, of course, there's the chorus again. I already went over it. And whistling. Now, this is a little bit like whistling. That's key. I believe that's a form of fantasy. That he's like, do-do-do. You know, sometimes people fantasize, do-do-do. Whatever. It's for me, the whistling is a form of fantasy. Like, you know, it's what I'm fantasizing, but I didn't really do it. And so, in my opinion, the whistling, for whatever reason, I interpret that as a fantasy thing. And he goes, all the other kids with the pumped up kids, you better run. Okay, there's the chorus again. Duh. Okay, I don't want to see the ringtone. And so then it seems like with the chorus and stuff, it seems like, okay, after he killed his dad, then the next morning, and when he wakes up, he goes to school, and then he decides to kill the kids that he's envious of, maybe ones that just don't give him the time of day, because obviously he's waiting for his dad. If he had friends that were coming over, I don't think he would really care as much that his dad's not coming home late. I mean, yeah, he'd be like, yeah, Daddy's not home. Yeah, cool, we can do more cool stuff. So it seems like someone that's, yeah, it seems like, you know, junior high fashion statement. And also, just one last thing. I saw the video of this guy singing the song, and he's got his awkward shoulder jerks while he's singing. I'm like, dude, that definitely does not look cool at all. So something tells me he's not unaware of some things that he does that aren't necessarily the coolest things, but he'll do them anyway. And maybe when he was a kid, that didn't necessarily jive well with the other kids. And so, in my opinion, this is more of a fantasy song of when he was a kid, about how he freaking at times just, you know, wanted to freaking shoot up the school. And so, my opinion is, yeah, that's what I think the song is about. So, it's not a simplistic song. I think there's more meaning to it. Like, alright, YouTubers, that's my interpretation. Whatever. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.